Hi everyone. Welcome to something new I am doing on this second Squid channel of mine. I want to do a lot of bigger things on here. Not bigger, but just I want to do more than I find a video on my hard drive, and so I upload said video. Wow. I want to do more than just that. What is this video that you're watching right now? Well, this video is something I want to do for on a seasonal basis. So soon you might see a video like this covering all of season 1 or a video like this covering all of season 2 because I want to, it's addendum. I want to correct myself or just elaborate on things I didn't mention before. With this, there's not going to be much of the latter. It's more just going to be correcting myself because we are doing an addendum on what's left for the Nintendo Switch, the 2023 episode of Static Squid that covered what I thought was what I thought Nintendo had left in store for the Nintendo Switch. So I think it's just an interesting thing to go down. If this does well, which is my second channel, I think, hey, future me, right now this channel has 48 subscribers or some shit. Yeah, we'll do more, but more so on a seasonal basis. I just want to get this episode out of the way because it is more of a speculatory kind of deal, and also just to dip my toes into the water. If I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I did not write a thing down. So anyway, I did write notes down while I was watching the episode, and I rewatched it pretty recently, so everything's still off the dome. So, we're starting out with this.
As of recently, the Nintendo Switch has turned 6 years old, which, hey, I don't know about you, but that time period from around 5 to 7 years of a console's life is around the end of its lifespan.
The Nintendo Switch is now 7 years old, as of this month, March 2024. Still no successor.
I thought it'd only sell around 50 million units when it launched, but I was also 11 years old in March of 2017, so I probably didn't know what 50 million or units meant. Okay though, to be fair, did anyone expect the Switch to do as good as it did?
I did say that because of the failure of the Wii U. I remember pretty much everybody I watched around that time, all the big Nintendo YouTubers from early 2017, the early Switch era, they were all talking about oh yeah, the Switch isn't gonna sell that great, it's only gonna sell about 50 million units, which honestly was wrong. They were wrong about that. Honestly, I believe the Nintendo Switch does have a solid chance at becoming console number 1, the best-selling of all time. There's no doubt in my mind that it could. There is doubts in my mind that that's a lie. There are doubts in my mind that it could, but I think it has a good chance.
Any new Joy-Con colors? No, they release a new one never, but if they make a new one, I hope they have one with a coat of plutonium because I have an issue of putting Joy-Cons in my mouth.
This was completely wrong. I just assumed this because the last time they made a new pair of Joy-Con colors was in 2021 to celebrate the release of Metroid Dread. So at that point, Nintendo used to release brand new Joy-Con colors all the goddamn time. And at that point, it has been more than a year since the last pair of Joy-Con colors. And I didn't elaborate on this much, and I'd like to just say I wasn't talking about special edition Joy-Cons like the Splatoon 3 or the Tears of the Kingdom ones, which those look absolutely beautiful. My girlfriend has the Splatoon 3 Switch OLED, and those Joy-Con colors are just majestic. But no, because, obviously if Nintendo's releasing a special edition system, they are going to put special Joy-Con colors. I think that's just a given, But yeah, 3 months after this episode came out, they added pastel Joy-Cons, the pastel purple and green, which my sister has on her Switch, and the pastel pink and yellow, which I want because that's literally SpongeBob and Patrick. You cannot tell me otherwise. Those are the SpongeBob and Patrick colors. Those are SpongeBob and Patrick Joy-Cons. And also, very recently, not technically a new Joy-Con color, but they released a set of 2 of the pink Joy-Cons, I believe to coincide with the release of Princess Peach Showtime, which, yeah, they hadn't done that since, 2017, I believe. If I'm correct, they hadn't done that since 2017. What I'm also completely wrong about is I'm 99% sure they do not have a coat of plutonium. So yes, I did eat my sister's Joy-Cons.
We already have the Switch's future lineup of big titles. There may be like 1 or 2 major titles coming to the system that haven't been announced yet, but this is it for the most part.
This is 3 minutes and 25 seconds into the video. My handwriting is weird and I can't discern if I wrote a 3 or a 5 or not. I just wrote wrong. LOL. That's my only note. Because, yeah, I was completely wrong. Since then, we've had, like, just in the E3 Direct alone, we had, like, Mario Wonder, Mario RPG. There's also been, like, WarioWare Move It. I don't know how much of a big release this counts as, but Princess Peach Showtime. There's been a lot of games released since then that weren't announced at that time. And I did just say, like, 1 or 2 big titles. There's definitely been multiple big titles since then.
I'd personally like to see is another new Super Mario Bros. Game.
I was somehow right about this. The fact that we were getting a 2D Mario game, which is... I don't know how I was right about that. It's so weird. I don't remember anybody clamoring for a brand new 2D Mario. I did have friends who, you know, were deep into Nintendo, and they were, like, kind of saying they should make a new 2D Mario. But I think everybody was just writing off that Mario fatigue that happened in the early 2010s and just using that as a way to say, no more 2D Mario. But keep in mind, this was the last 2D Mario game released prior to me saying that. That's the Wii U logo right there, baby. This was a launch title for the Wii U. I think it was due time for a new 2D Mario game, and hey, Super Mario Bros. Wonder came out, which I think is a phenomenal game. Not the game I was entirely expecting. I have a lot of issues with the game. I made a video about it, and there's a couple more issues that I have with the game that I'll probably add if I make an addendum for Season 2. But, yeah. What can I say, man? They fucking did it.
Because this is gonna get wild, and you'll never look at me the same again. F-Zero GX. I would sell my soul for this game to get a port. In fact, I have already tried.
I did say they should port F-Zero GX to the Switch. And I'm only talking about this because I guess I wasn't wrong about an F-Zero on the Switch. Like, yeah, I was wrong about it being a port of F-Zero GX. I was not wrong about it being F-Zero. Because in September of 2023, F-Zero 99 came out, and it's one of my favorite games from last year. Yeah, out of all the fucking games that came out last year, one of my favorites is a free-to-play version of F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. And I really like it. I think it adds a lot of new ideas and cool shit. So it's a cool game.
I could buy it digital.
Shut up, nerd. I said this because I was very adverse to getting, like, ports digitally on the Switch, and then, like, literally 3 months later I backed down on it. I bought Pikmin 1+2 digitally, and I don't really care to get it physically. Like, it'd be cool to have the physical version of Pikmin 1+2. I did prefer to get Metroid Prime Remastered physically, which was, like, the same kind of deal as Pikmin 1+2, which was shadow dropped, and then a physical release came out later. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I just bought it digitally. So, yeah, shut the fuck up, nerd.
Just straight remasters of all the games. Don't mess with multiplayer. I think that'd work.
I don't know. This was about a collection for new Super Mario Bros. Games, a la Super Mario All-Stars. I was kind of like wanting a new Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. That was just like HD remasters of every game. And I don't know what I meant about multiplayer. Don't mess up with the multiplayer. I don't know. I think I was alluding to the fact that New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which released in 2019 and technically was the last 2D Mario game, that very much meddled with the multiplayer. I am still not happy with the inclusion of Toadette in that one, especially the Super Crown. I think it was a useless addition, and the fact that they got rid of having true 4-player multiplayer and exchange of like one player having to play as an easy character was kind of lame. And I get they already did that in like New Super Luigi U, but whatever. But I still don't like necessarily understand the point I tried to make about not messing with the multiplayer. That one's a little lost on me, I gotta say. And the final thing I have to say about this video is that this ending joke sucked. Classic Nintendo. Giving drugs to kids. Wouldn't be their first time. I think like I wanted to make a joke about drugs because I was a funny 17-year-old at the time. Now I'm a very highly esteemed comedian at the age of 18. But, you know, I don't fucking know what that joke meant. Mortal Kombat giving drugs to kids. I think I was, like, watching that video when it came out. Like, I was literally, like, watching it while making it, and I'm just, like... I think, like, even back then I was like, what the fuck do I mean? But I wasn't gonna, like, go ahead and refilm another ending joke, because... Yeah. But yeah, that is probably my least favorite ending joke in all of Static Squid. So if you wanna know that, there you go. Anyway, that's it for me. Let me know if you like this, if you want to see more of this shit. I do want to be more active on this second channel and not just use it as a dumping ground for archival content or whatever. So yeah, please, by all means, let me know if you really like this style of, you know, not like, if you like this, just let me know. And I might make more. And I'll definitely make more on the second channel. So, thank you guys for watching. I love you. Bye.